Before I even had a chance to unwind, I had to give a press conference.
Elvis, there have been a lot of rumors about your love life. Did you meet anyone special in Germany?
Not any special one.
I have a little town here, Longview, man. You name it, I've been there. You know, really, I've been all over Texas.
What do you think of Texas?
I like it. I like it.
For nearly 5 decades, a door at the top of the stairs in Graceland remained locked. Behind it, dust quietly gathered. Most assumed it was just an old attic, forgotten, off limits. But when it was finally opened in 2025, what they found sent shockwaves through the Presley family and the world. Because inside wasn't just storage, it was a secret. Someone had been living up there, and what they left behind changed how we see Elvis Presley forever. Before we unlock the mystery, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep these hidden stories alive. Let's keep the legacy alive, one click at a time. Let's rewind to 1957. Elvis was just 22 when he bought the colonial mansion on Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis. He paid $102,500 for the estate, which would be worth nearly $1 million today. The name Graceland came with the house, and Elvis liked it enough to keep it. He had finally found a sanctuary, a place to rest from the world that constantly watched his every move. At first, it was just a home. Horses ran through the pastures, friends dropped by for late-night jam sessions, and Scatter the chimpanzee, yes, a real one, ran wild through the halls dressed in tiny clothes. That was Elvis's playground. But by the mid-60s, as Beatlemania swept the globe, Elvis carved out a more introspective space, a meditation garden with fountains and white columns tucked beneath the Tennessee sky. That space was peaceful, spiritual, and completely different from the flamboyant stage persona the world knew. Graceland became a palace of contradictions. Upstairs, Elvis found peace. Downstairs, it was all vibrant colors and eccentric design. The jungle room had green shag carpet on the ceiling, and the basement TV room had 3 screens so he could keep up with sports, news, and his favorite shows all at once. He even had a racquetball court added with a piano, one he played just hours before his death. He was a man of many layers. The superstar everyone adored in public was also a recluse behind closed doors. By the 1970s, he rarely left Graceland for long. His world became smaller, tighter, more controlled. And the second floor of Graceland? Off limits to everyone but his most trusted circle. Everything changed on August 16, 1977. Elvis was found unresponsive in his bathroom upstairs. He was only 42. His sudden passing turned Graceland from a home into a shrine. Fans gathered outside in the thousands, mourning the king. Vernon Presley, Elvis's father, was overwhelmed with grief and fear. Just 2 days after the funeral, men broke into the cemetery trying to steal Elvis's body. That was the final straw. To protect his son, Vernon quietly moved Elvis and his mother Gladys to the meditation garden at Graceland. But it wasn't just about burial. Vernon tightened security. Graceland's second floor and attic were sealed off permanently. The official line? Privacy, respect. But rumors swirled. Why were those areas so off-limits, even to VIP guests? When Graceland opened to the public in 1982, fans could tour much of the home, but the stairs leading up, blocked. The attic door, locked. Guides repeated the same phrase. The upstairs remains private. For decades, that silence fueled speculation. And then came the biggest twist of all, the real story behind Elvis's decline. Elvis didn't die from just a heart attack. At the time, the official cause was cardiac arrhythmia, natural causes. But toxicology later revealed dangerously high levels of prescription drugs: Dilaudid, Demerol, Quaaludes, Percodan, and more. The quantities were shocking. Dr. George Nicopolis, nicknamed Dr. Nick, had been Elvis's personal physician. In the last 8 months of Elvis's life alone, he wrote over 195 prescriptions totaling nearly 10,000 pills. That's more than one a day. Dr. Nick claimed he was trying to manage Elvis's chronic pain. things like glaucoma, intestinal issues, and insomnia. But many believed it was reckless. In 1995, Dr. Nick lost his medical license. And yet, some argued there was more to the story. In 2020, a book suggested Elvis suffered from a rare genetic disorder called alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, affecting his lungs and liver. Maybe the medication was a desperate attempt to manage misunderstood conditions. Still, the secrecy remained, especially upstairs, until 2025. After Lisa Marie Presley's passing, her daughter Riley Keough became the sole owner of Graceland. When a fake company tried to auction off the property under suspicious circumstances, Riley fought back in court and won. Then she made a decision no one in the Presley family had ever made. She allowed the attic to be opened. On a chilly morning in January 2025, a group of archivists climbed the creaky stairs to the attic for the first time in nearly 50 years. The key had stayed in the family for decades. When the lock clicked open, what they found was astonishing. The attic wasn't just dusty boxes and discarded furniture. It was a personal archive, carefully curated. Blackout curtains covered the windows. A small air conditioner had been silently running all these years. Labeled boxes lined the walls. Tupelo 1945, Army Days, Hollywood, Comeback Special. One box stood out. It was labeled After. Inside were recordings, letters, and notes never seen by the public. Among the most moving finds, a childhood teddy bear patched together by Elvis's mother, a Bible with handwritten notes from both Elvis and Gladys, and napkins with alternate lyrics to famous songs. There were also tapes, unreleased recordings of Elvis experimenting with gospel and blues, even early electronic music. One stripped-down version of Unchained Melody, just Elvis and his raw voice, had experts in tears. He recorded it months before his death. It wasn't perfect, and that's what made it hauntingly real. But perhaps the most unsettling discovery? A small area in the attic appeared to have been lived in. A cot, books, notes dated into the early 1980s. Had someone been secretly living in Graceland after Elvis's death? Security logs from that era showed anomalies. Doors opened when no one should have been home. Theories erupted. A family member in hiding? A devoted staff member guarding memories? Or something even stranger? While investigators continue to piece together the attic mystery, what's clear is this: Elvis's attic held more than memorabilia. It preserved the untold story of a man grappling with fame, health, faith, and legacy. He wasn't just the king of rock and roll, he was someone's son, father, and a deeply complex person searching for peace. In one corner, archivists found unopened fan mail, thousands of letters from soldiers, children, grieving parents, people who found strength in his music. Some begged him to take better care of himself. One letter, dated just months before his death, said, "We need you to stay strong, Elvis. You mean more to us than you know." But it was never opened. They found a jacket from Jailhouse Rock with a note in the pocket: "Wear this when you want to disappear." They found lyrics scribbled on hotel napkins, books about philosophy, life after death, and spiritual awakening, all under one roof, forgotten by time but never discarded. There were also medical documents marked confidential, including one that warned Elvis in 1974 that he needed serious lifestyle changes, and yet he kept performing. Why? Some say it was loyalty to his fans. Others believe it was pressure from his inner circle. But what's clear is that Elvis knew the end was near, and maybe that's why he left everything right where it was, like a message in a bottle, waiting to be found. Today, Graceland remains one of the most visited private homes in America. Fans still walk past velvet ropes and gaze at Elvis's stage outfits and gold records. But now, they do so knowing a new chapter has opened, one hidden in an attic for nearly half a century. If this story surprised you, inspired you, or simply made you think, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're ready to uncover more secrets from music history, click on the next video now. See you there.